Okay, everyone's allowed to marry anyone, and anyone can convert to Judaism. However, there are certain nations that even if after they convert, you cannot marry into them. They can still marry from each other, but you cannot marry into them. And there are two nations that are highlighted that you're not allowed to marry into those nations even after they convert. Of course, before they convert, you can't marry into them. But even after they convert, a born Jew is not allowed to marry any of these people. And who are they? They are from the nations of Ammon and Moab. So when you're doing a J-swipe, if you see any Ammon and Moab people, you want to stay far away from those people. They can still convert, they can still marry other Ammon and Moabites, but they cannot marry you. Now, what did they do that was so terrible? Well, we know what Moab did that was so terrible. You know what they did? They hired Bilam to try to destroy the Jewish people. Not a good thing. What did Ammon do? You know what Ammon did? When we were hungry, and we were so kind. There was Lot's children. We were really kind. We saved Lot's life. But you know what they did when we were in the desert? They wouldn't help us out. They wouldn't offer us even bread and water. And our rabbis say, that's very ungrateful. We were really good to their great-great-great-grandfather, and they're not grateful back to us. They don't have any gratitude towards us. You are never allowed to marry in the nation of Ammon. Now let me ask you a question. Moab tried to kill us. Ammon was just like they didn't offer us food. They were ungrateful. Like, is that such a big crime? And the rabbis are telling us yes. That to destroy you as a nation, you are criminal, you are on the most wanted list, you're an evil person. But if you don't have the attitude of gratitude, I think that rhymes. If you don't have the attitude of gratitude, we don't want you in our nation as well. Because at the core, being Jewish means being grateful. And if you can't be grateful, then we can't have you as part of our nation totally. So you can convert, and you can marry in the nation someone else from your tribe, from Ammon, but you can't marry a born Jew because this is something too sacred to us. Have a great Shabbos.